I'm 29 years old, and for almost every single one of the 10,653 days I've been living on this planet, I have been a Muslim. Islam has always been something that I've identified with before, above, and beyond anything else. I've been raised by Muslims, I've lived amongst them, and not once in my life have I felt like I didn't belong because of that. I was brought up to know Islam as a peaceful religion, one that has a God that is merciful, forgiving, and generous, one that values all people and morality and the golden rule of treating people the way you want to be treated. I was taught to be selfless, charitable, loving, respectful, devout, and so many other virtues that almost 30 years later I cannot wait to teach to my own kids when I have them. Now, some people might say that I am the way I am because of my parents and the way they raised me and where they raised me here in Canada, and not necessarily because of my religion. That might be true. I won't deny my parents playing the biggest part in molding who I am, but I'm 100% sure that if you ask them why they did what they did, and for generations before them why their family did what they did and lived how they lived, they would say they did it in the name of Islam. Islam taught them and taught me how to be a good person. On September 11th, 2001, I was as shocked as anyone to hear that 2 planes flew into the Twin Towers, and I was even more shocked to hear that the acts of terror were committed in the name of Islam, something that I had come to know and preach as the best way of being myself. I thought if everyone was Muslim, the world would be a better place. Before that day, I didn't talk too much about my religion because being born and raised in a Canadian city, I was different. I was unsure of how I would be treated, and that to me is normal for kids, and it's something that, like I did, kids grow out of. Before September 11th, Islam was something that I was becoming proud of being associated with. But since that day, I've sometimes been ashamed of tying myself to it publicly because I've been fearful of the backlash. I've been afraid of being lumped in the same category as terrorists and being forced to defend myself and my religion. I've been afraid of the violence that I might encounter as a result of it, and I've once again been afraid of being different. So while I haven't hidden the fact that I'm a Muslim, I've certainly stayed quiet, hoping that this would all go away. But it hasn't, and it seems like it's getting worse. And most of the time, I feel helpless. But that, by definition, isn't helping. I decided to make this video to join a chorus of peaceful Muslims and human beings who are speaking out against all these attacks and the claim that they've been done in the name of Islam. Islam has never been and never will be about hate. How a group of ignorant and misguided human beings with no restraint and no respect for humankind chose to express their beliefs is not Islam. It's the exact and absolute antithesis of it. Islam is not that. It's not them. Islam is me. It's us. It's peaceful, it's loving, and it's beautiful. And I wanted that to be my message because I know it's the message of so many others.